Hey everyone, we are continuing with triangles, but these are going to look a little bit different because we have to know our vocabulary. We're dealing with isosceles triangles, right? So if we think back to 7th grade or 6th grade when we thought about isosceles triangles and learned a little bit more about them, we should know that an isosceles triangle has two similar sides, and with that, they also have two similar angles, all right? So that should mean that this angle should also be the same as this angle. So if we know that, we can kind of apply that to figuring out what these angles are. So this is a little bit different than the first set of questions. So I'm going to show you how to set up an equation in order to solve this. All right, so we know that these two angles are the same, and we know that all the interior angles of a triangle will equal 180. So let's see if we can figure out an equation. So if I have x and I have x, I'm just going to make that easier and make it a 2x, right? Because x plus x is 2x. I know that I have to add 80 because it's another angle in the triangle. And then I'm going to equal it to 180, right? So from there, I'm just going to simplify. And just to reiterate where I got everything from, I have an x here and I have an x here. You could do x plus 80, but you would have to continue to simplify. But I know that x plus x equals 2x. Then you do the plus 80, and that equals the whole interior angles of a triangle equal 180. All right, so I'm going to simplify here. I'm going to subtract 80 on both sides to start getting that x value alone. So 180, let's bring everything down. 2x equals 180 minus 80. That equals 100. And then I'm going to go into my final step, and I'm going to get the x alone, and I'm going to get rid of that 2. It lets me. That's a 2. All right. So once I divide everything by 2, x would equal 50. All right, so let's plug those in because we found that the value of x is 50. So this is 50, and this is 50. And just to check, let's make sure that these add up to 180. So at 50 plus 50 plus 80 should equal 180, right? So 50 plus 50 is 100 plus 80 equals 180. And this should check out. 180 equals 180. Okay, so this is how you're going to find angles in an isosceles triangle when they only give you one. Okay, because you have to look for, if you're looking at the second one, you have to look for where the sides are similar, and then you need to mark off the angles in which are going to be similar. Okay, so if these two sides are the same, that means these two angles are the same. So there we go. So we got x plus 32. So I'm going to set this up again. Again, I'm just going to combine the x's to make it 2x. I'm going to add that other angle, and I'm going to equal it to 180. I'm going to start to simplify. I'm going to subtract 32 on both sides. I'm going to bring down my equation. 180 minus 32 will give you 148. And then my last step, to get x alone, I'm going to divide by 2. I'm going to be left with x equals 74. Let's plug those in, and let's make sure it works. So when you plug in 74 plus 32, you should get equals 180. So this will check out as well. All right, so when dealing with these problems, look for, let's see, look for the sides that are the same. So these are both a measure of 7, and then you'll be able to pinpoint what angles are the same, which are these guys right here. Right, so 7.2 here, 7.2 here, and here is your similar angles. Okay, any questions, you can message us.